Master Debate in 5, 4, 3.
Oh.
Yep, gotta have your ears on.
Okay.
You got your ears on?
I blame the producer for
We got a couple.
Yeah, he didn't even let us know.
We got a couple sticks going. I just finished one. There's no drinks right now
Well, there's a drink.
because sometimes you just got to do it sober. Johnny boy, what are we about to do?
We're about. It's weird though, but we're about to masturbate.
It's only weird if we make eye contact. Stop looking at me like
Don't
that.
look at me.
Stop staring. You know what? Don't stop. Keep staring at me. That's right. It's time for the Freedom Friends Master Debate. Solving the world's problem, one mediocre topic at a time. Sober edition today. Mm-hmm. Like we're not drinking, which is an odd change for Scott, especially. But if you don't know how this works, and you've been living under a rock and this is your first time watching the show, every week our producer extraordinaire Justin comes up with a topic that we don't know about, and we sit here and debate about it for about a minute and a half, and then we go off on tangents on our own. That's usually how we do. Look at you. You're like, I think you have a problem. You're just drooling over shit.
There's a new one over there I haven't seen.
Which one?
The Sideshow. Where'd that come from?
What? Oh, that's been here for a minute.
It's been here for a while.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I believe this was a Chris Freeman gift at one point. Oh, no. Lincoln, Nebraska. This is from your guy in Lincoln that came and visited.
Oh, Savita.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that one yet. I wasn't here for that episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Well, there you go.
I'm glad you remember because I was like, who came down from Nebraska? He fucking Savita stayed at my house.
Jesus Christ, John.
It's been, my brain doesn't really work that well anymore.
Yeah, I dig it.
While we're at the front of this, if you bring the Freedom Friends any sort of drink, sharpie your name on the bottle
that would
where
be
you're from.
great.
I try. I do it almost every bottle
Yeah.
that I take in. I do. Like this one's Bradley Freeman.
Bradley Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you don't,
Yeah.
we're just going to say thanks to.
If that one didn't say Lincoln, Nebraska on it,
Right. Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number one sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. Check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. Score yourself that sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 762 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret. We're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. GrillYourAssOff.com/Freedom Friends Podcast, or use the code Freedom Friends Podcast at checkout.
Okay, so what
anyways,
we got?
Justin, what you got for us this week?
All right, boys.
All right, boys.
I want to know, how do you deal with people you don't like?
Aggressively.
Mm-hmm. Typically, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, it depends because I sometimes I like to have fun with it.
Go on. Elaborate.
Well, especially like if I don't actually know the person and they call me, like if I'm cold called, I don't like you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna waste your time because you're trying to waste mine. You know what I mean? And so I'll play your game, but you're not gonna have fun with this.
What was remember the text that I showed you?
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of those spam texts where they'll be like, hello, how are you? Or, oh, hey, is this Julia?
Oh, we were in Turks and Caicos when you got that.
Yeah. And there was, where the hell was it?
Dave got me a sign for my desk, and I think it sums it up very well. And it says, I'd be nicer if you'd be smarter.
Bingo.
Yeah. Oh, where the hell is it?
And
I basically just, oh, here it is. I get the text. It just says Steffi's ? I don't know what that is. I'm like, who? And it's like, I'm so sorry. My hand slipped and I made a mistake. I hope you don't take it to heart. Otherwise, I will feel guilty.
Oh, you meant to say stiffies.
Because that's a person writing that message, right? And I was like, well, I did. And this was the last straw. And now I think I'm going to kill myself. Just shoot myself in the head and I'm going to blame you. I'm going to write your number in my suicide note and tell anyone who will listen that it's your fault that I painted the walls with my brains. Thanks a lot. Don't scare me, they say. And I was like, too late. Already loaded the gun. And then, what do you want to say? It's your fault. You did this. Okay, come on. I'm going to do it. It's your fault. The only thing that can save me now is butthole pictures, and I got nothing else. That's how I handle those spam texts.
So how do you handle people that you don't like?
It's weird. You have to give me a situation like driving. That's one scenario.
Yeah.
But like most people I can
Is
get
it-
along with.
is
If I
the
don't like you, I just don't hang out with you.
Is the person that I don't like somebody I know?
Yeah, is it somebody we have to interact with or like?
Like, do I?
If it's someone you have to interact with on a semi-normal basis, not
So-
every day.
Is this
but-
someone that you might have used to have had a relationship with that, like, maybe you used to be cool and you had a falling out with
There we go. Sure,
or something like that?
sure.
Like, how do you deal? I don't.
No, yeah.
I just don't. I'm to the age, I'm to the point in life where if you're non-value added to me, I don't need you.
Yeah.
Like it's that simple. Like
If I
What do you consider a value add? Like you don't have to add anything to my life. If you just have to be like a cool person, right? Like,
well, that is
you have to be
Yeah.
you have to be a net zero or an ad.
yeah,
But if you're a takeaway,
yeah.
if the sole basis of our friendship is you are taking
yeah,
and you're not putting in anything,
yeah,
then we're probably not going to have a friendship for a while.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I agree with
Like there needs to be not really mutually beneficial, but they can't just be a take.
Yeah, you can't be a taker all
Yeah.
the time. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind helping people out. I don't know.
I've always had a thing that if I don't talk shit to you in some capacity,
Yeah, I probably don't like you.
then I don't like you.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Like, yeah. If I'm not fucking with you in some form or fashion, yeah, you're right. Then I probably don't like you. If I fuck with you incessively, you're one of my best friends. You're
Yeah, if you almost hate me, we're close.
we're probably family. Yeah. Because that's Haley's got this she's got a thing hanging in her window. It's the most basic thing that she owns.
Live, laugh, love.
It's on par with that, actually. It says friends are the family that you choose,
Okay.
which is a fucking true statement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because that's really what it is.
I mean, it's kind of shitty to call your friends family like that. But
Yeah. Because let's be real, like let's say I died today,
right.
which according to that text message could happen, right?
I mean, I'll send you a butthole pic. Calm down.
Thank you. But like who comes to my funeral?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think my family's coming to my funeral? Well, sure, my immediates.
Yeah.
Sure. My wife and children would be there.
Right.
My brother might make the trip, maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure most of my extended family would come to my funeral. Pretty sure.
See, that's just it. You're pretty sure.
But yeah.
Like, I'd like to think that they would.
Yeah.
But who's the vast majority of people in attendance going to be?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Veterans, guys that
That's
I fucking served with.
So I got
Friends.
a question.
I got a big family though.
I got a question.
See, I don't.
And I never really thought of this until right now. Do you think the turnout at your funeral depends on where you have it?
Yes.
100%. Dude, venue's half the fucking battle.
No, like I'm not talking about a venue. I'm talking about like a state,
Mhm.
for instance.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it would be in my case just because most of my family's poor as fuck.
So because I lived in a whole bunch of places, can I do like a traveling like funeral tour?
Do a funeral tour.
Just to see.
John's fucking.
Mr. President Lincoln did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. John's Irish wake tour.
You know what I mean?
Everybody's like we're partying across the fucking country at every
You seen
place that he lived in.
That I don't know, TikTok that's going around, and he's like, just know that if we're friends, I'm hiring a gay guy to talk at your funeral.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I expect to happen. Something like that, you know? Like,
My buddy Jake that killed himself earlier this year.
yeah.
He had two. They had two wakes for him. They had one in New Orleans where he
Yeah.
lived, and all of his friends and close people down there
Yeah.
did a thing for him. And then we had the thing in Baltimore,
Right.
you know, for his hometown and all of us up there, right? And I remember I was talking to his girlfriend, and I was like, so who drinks more? Is it these guys? They're like, she was like, it's pretty on par. Like you got both groups would get along great. I was like, that's good to know. Shit. Like, you know, because you guys have heard me say it before, as much as I fucking loathe the town of Baltimore, there ain't very many cities that drink like that.
Yeah.
That city can fucking drink, dude. And it's impressive. As a guy who fancies himself a bit of a booze hound, to be like, dude, fucking like it's pretty awesome. So I would love to bring the Freedom Friends up there for a weekend and just get fucking
I had a
trounced.
great time in Baltimore.
I don't know that I've ever partied in Baltimore.
Well,
I went there with my buddy Irish John solely to party. And we went for a long weekend and ended up staying almost a week and a half.
yeah. Well, that's
All
not
right. Time out.
in Baltimore. You can get a fucking
He's got a friend.
Named Irish John.
Yeah. An Asian Steve.
Asian Steve.
And I know you have a couple like this.
Yeah.
Where it's,
I got one. Her name's just Hooker.
well, yeah, but
Um,
that's not nationality and then their name like that. I kind of like that. Like
yeah.
Baltimore Mikey,
I'll fucking stab you.
John.
Well, so it was Irish
I'll
John.
definitely stab you because
It
he's
was-
from fucking Quincy, and I'm tired of those guys claiming Boston.
It was actually I'm from Weymouth.
That's even worse.
It was Irish John because I think we had like 5 Johns. And so he was Irish John. And obviously he was also, off the boat from Ireland.
Yeah.
So
That helps.
yeah.
That kind of narrows
Yep.
it down.
And an Asian Steve, he actually lived just on this side of Austin.
Yeah.
But I met him in Arizona. We didn't have a lot of
I have an Asian friend named Steve.
we didn't have a lot of Steves actually. So I don't know why they got stuck with Asian Steve.
Well, maybe he was your only Asian friend.
He definitely
Oh,
was.
Is he German?
No. No.
I think that would be funnier.
Is
You're
that
Asian Steve. Bro, I'm
so he's Korean. So
Like, bro, I'm black.
He's Korean. He's covered in tattoos, and so he has like the Korean and the Texas flag tattoo because he's from Texas.
that's interesting.
But I don't know. I'd have to go through my phone. I know I have more. I just can't
No.
remember right now.
People I don't like.
I don't know, I just get along with everybody. Like this weekend, we're at so I found a new bar. It's the best bar I've ever been to.
Oh wow!
Really?
It's the side-by-side park because you can bring your own booze.
Okay.
And if you get tired of people you don't want to hang out with, you get in and you go find some other people. It is the perfect bar. We start drinking about noon.
And it's BYOB.
It's BYOB. You drink from like noon to 3 a.m. and it's awesome.
Bro, that's every bar.
Yeah, but this one's like 3,000 acres. Like it's awesome.
It's not a bar.
It's not a bar.
Park.
That's
So that's why it's my favorite, I think. But like I just rolled up to these random people. I'm like, I'm drinking with you guys right now, right? 4 minutes later, no, 30 seconds later, I get handed peach cobbler moonshine. Awesome.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna hang out for a minute.
4 minutes later, they hand me a bottle to take home that's in my fridge now. So you'll try some in a minute.
Okay.
Fucking I.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little upset you didn't bring it out.
No, I'm very glad. Because we'd be shit faced right
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, right?
But
Is it wonderful?
it is, oh my God, it's delightful.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It really is.
Nice.
But we hung out with them for like an hour and then we parted ways and I found a new group of people to hang out with. We find a new group of people to hang out with.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, that is cool.
After doing this, I almost hate going to the bars now. I really do.
When's the last time you went to a bar to drink?
Well, with you guys.
When was that?
Honestly,
It's been a minute.
actually, it's probably Jazz's bachelor party.
No, we've been to, I know you and Jim and for St. Patty's Day.
Not this year.
Oh,
Because this
Yeah,
year,
no,
this
because
year I was
everyone was
town.
out of town. It was supposed to be me and Jim, but the weather was so trash that we didn't even
Yeah.
go drink.
I mean,
It's been. I mean, we were at the
you and I at the airport bar, but that doesn't count.
We have
Like,
we were at the poorhouse. A couple months ago, probably, but
yeah, it's been a while.
I don't care.
Oh, we were at the upstairs of the poorhouse
Yeah.
right before Dave got Pixie.
Yes.
That was the last time I was at a bar.
Yeah. But I just don't go in that much anymore.
A bar to drink, not
Yeah.
just somewhere like I'm meeting somebody for like 2 drinks or I'm going to drink.
Michelle-
Jim's birthday when we were all upstairs.
Yeah,
at the
that's
poorhouse.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Yeah,
about. Yep.
Yeah, I think that might be the
That was
last
it.
time. I think maybe I went with Satmar one time since then.
Yeah. I mean, Michelle and I go out and have some drinks every now and then at a bar.
Well, that's
but-
more like a date
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
You guys aren't just like, we're going to drink tonight.
No.
We're going to go on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we used to go every fucking weekend. It was like, okay, so see you guys,
Yeah.
6 or 7 at Poorhouse?
Yeah.
I
I just can't do it anymore.
No.
I can't do it.
Nope.
Yeah, well, it comes back to people. It's not that I don't want to go to bars and drink with my friends. They're too people-y.
I think COVID ruined it for me.
Like, yeah, maybe.
No, because pre-COVID, the bars were different.
I think so.
Like we could go hang out and we go do whatever, and it was like chill. It was like people going to bars for their whole life.
Yeah.
And then it was like COVID hit, and then it was like you can't go to a bar for whatever 8 months until they opened back up again. It wasn't even that long, actually.
2 months here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then after it was
But even
like,
then, there was a bunch of weird restrictions on bars.
but
and
we'd
shit.
go into a bar and people like they just didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
It was like,
you know, it was
what
like,
happened?
it was like going out on the fucking night before Thanksgiving.
Every night.
fucking night. Yeah.
It was like amateur night
It was
every
amateur
fucking
hour.
night.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly, dude. It was amateur hour all the time.
I guess I'll take that back. The last bar I was at was probably Wednesday night or Thursday night.
You were working though.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
work
I
for-
was. But, so the last bar I went to, I just Googled cigar, right? And so I like planned out my day where I'm going to stop. But the last place I knew I was going to hang out at the end of the night, it was a restaurant cigar bar. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. 3 birds, 1 stone.
Yep. Like, so I go there. The humidor hadn't been opened in 5 years, they said. Like it was just
Wow.
broken. The restaurant was closed for sure. And it was $8 double Jamesons. So I ended up spending way too much time at that bar. And there was like a total all night, like from probably 7 to midnight, 20 people that were in and out of that bar. So
See, that
was kind of a fun little bar.
I
because
like those bars.
the jukebox was, you could hear it.
But you could also have a conversation.
You could also have a conversation.
Well, that's like our little shithole over here that we like.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, which I shouldn't even call it a shithole because it's not a dump at all. Like it's a very nice little place.
No, but it's a good,
but it's
little, yeah.
super chill.
Yeah.
I like that.
That
Like, I
night-
like little hole in walls.
That night when we went out for Jazz's bachelor party, it was like our group and then like 2 other small groups
Yeah.
and that whole thing. And it was fucking sick.
It was fun.
Yeah,
that
it's awesome.
place, I still love the fact that the place right down here that we went to for Jazz's thing, that the dude was like, if you just give me a heads up, I'll make sure we have an air fryer here to make you guys food.
Yeah,
And I'm like, what?
And you know he would have.
I know 100%.
What a sweet guy.
I know. I was like, fucking.
Yeah, and then there's that bar between here and 35,
Yeah.
right? One day that
one right
Did
over
you
there.
go into that?
I finally said, fuck it, I'm going into it. And it's a beer and wine only. So I'm like,
Oh, is it?
yeah.
I heard they got really, really good weed there.
That's what I've heard.
Wasn't on the menu, but
No, it usually isn't.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
but
Matter of fact, Moni and I went to Willie's Ice House one time for lunch.
Mhm.
I met up with Moni and we were having lunch. And there was this like barfly lady, older, in her 60s, sitting there.
who was bartending when
Like, but she was like, I'm usually over at that place. What's it called? Like Sportsman's or something? Or
I don't know.
Deer Crossing.
yeah,
something
like
like
that.
that.
But she's like, I'm usually over there. That's my usual hangout. And I was just like looking at her and I was like,
That-
you look
that
like that fucking, yeah, you are on brand for that bar.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
made a lot of sense. I see you smoking a victory over there, pal.
Yeah.
You celebrating?
Not really.
Just because I can.
My last one was a dumpster fire. So
So you just kind of went,
full spectrum.
He's just working through our specialty sampler.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fun.
I have a follow-on question for y'all that you sparked my idea. So y'all know like touch tunes
Sure.
at a bar.
Mhm.
You can go on and you can pick the
Oh,
music. How do y'all feel about those?
One of my favorite things in the world is to go into family-friendly establishments and play the worst shit imaginable.
The thing that I find hilarious about that specific one is you can download an app, and that app allows you to purchase songs, and you can also pay a little bit extra to have your song played first or next. What I found out is you don't have to be at that bar in order to play that music. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go ruin a bar's Friday night by taking over the jukebox. Now that the bar can ultimately just cancel all your shit and skip all your songs. But
True. But somebody still has to do that.
you can have fun with it. You get away with a couple songs.
Well, what you do is you, like every 5 minutes you hit play.
Yeah. Just skip everybody else's with like the Barney song or some shit.
Yeah, something weird. My go-to is "Pop That Pussy" by Two Live Crew. That's my go-to in family-friendly establishments. Or the edited version of Cardi B's classic "WAP." Instead of saying "wet ass pussy," she says "wet and gushy," and it sounds disgusting. It's the grossest fucking edit on the planet. It's like it sounds gross the way she says it. So I will often play "wet and gushy" in some establishments. Yes.
I can't believe how much money I used to just waste in jukebox and bars when I used to drink.
Dude. Oh yeah.
Look, I'd probably put $60-$80 in it by the end of the night.
Probably.
Easy. You know what I mean?
Just
because I had cash in my pocket. Fuck it. I want to listen to this.
Music creates ambiance.
It does.
You know, and as a bartender, half your fucking job is playing to the ambiance, right? Like that's what you want to do is you want to have a good time, a good night. You create a good environment. People tip. You know what I mean? So what goes around comes around, right?
Like when I lived in Massachusetts, I played on a dart team. So we had like a dart league. We travel around all the local bars and play against other teams from other bars. Yep. And it was really fun. And some guys were really fucking good.
Dude, bar leagues are the best.
But I would make it a point that I would show up about 30 to 45 minutes early just so I could take over the jukebox. That was it. And then I'd put like $60 in music in there and it would play through the whole night. You know what I mean? So like everyone would walk in, there ought to be music. So guys would go play songs and obviously they wouldn't unless they paid extra. But it made the night so much more enjoyable because you listen to music that you want instead of, whatever shit that's on there. Yeah.
Like Hooters in Selma, Texas right now is playing Beautiful Drug by the Zac Brown Band. I'm about to change that. How about Fat Bottom Girls by Queen? Play. There you go.
I hope the wait staff that's working today is top heavy and not bottom heavy.
That's the funny part. That's why I did it for Hooters. That's why I played that at Hooters just now. There you go. So if you're happen to be at Hooters in Selma, Texas on Monday at 3:30, hey.
They're definitely there for the music.
Totally. And the wings.
They are the best wings.
By the way, if you ever go to Hooters with Big Jim, just be prepared to be grossed out.
You talking about his shrimp?
Yes. Talking about the shrimp. Fucking animal eats the fucking tails of the shrimp.
It's the shell of a shrimp is one of the only naturally occurring forms of glucosamine in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
And what does that do?
It helps your joints. Yep.
Huh.
Now it's a lot easier to just take a glucosamine pill.
I'd rather just take a multivitamin. Yeah.
I would say you're the only one that's ever helped any of my joints, but
I definitely didn't use glucose.
Oh, good. Anyway.
I think you're thinking of the wrong joints as well.
I was thinking of the wrong glucosamine.
Oh.
You got a nut allergy over there?
I just meant never mind.
Jeez, Mikey. You're in left field over here. Normally we're all on the same page.
Think 420 and less 69.
Oh, I know. I'm thinking gay shit. Thinking gay shit.
See, we spent a week together on a love boat. And now you're a faggot.
Oh, fuck. That's fucking great. Well done.
Do you know that after Joe Rogan said that on his show,
Yeah.
Green light.
Twitter has the analytics behind the trending of that word on Twitter has been insane.
Really?
Like tens of thousands of % growth. Like insane. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Now I gotta look.
I mean, I think it's well past the prime of it, but yeah.
I don't know. That one never grows old.
No, it really doesn't.
The first thing that shows up, the very first tweet that I see says, grown ass men having zins and energy drinks. Grow up, smoke a cigarette, and do a line, faggot.
Oh, so you got a monster right there. What's in your pocket?
What? Type in faggot and painted toes. See what comes up.
God. Oh my God.
Speaking of that, what color did you go with?
I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go this week.
Okay.
Yeah, we ended up not being able to.
Do y'all ever use Google Trends?
No.
Do you know what that is?
Nope.
So you can type in a word and see how often it
Okay.
was Googled.
Okay.
Oh,
There was a
when was the Joe Rogan?
No, that's when it went away.
something happened
Oh.
December 2015, and there was a stark drop
Well,
off.
that's not how you spell that word.
he's correct.
Oh,
So
Spell it correctly.
is it an O?
it's an O. There you go. See,
Way different curve.
what was going on down here, man? Like, what's
When was that?
February 07?
March. of
March
07.
07.
March, yeah.
Hmm.
Huh.
Huh.
It doesn't go. Okay.
Interesting.
That's funny. Just do like this year instead of 2004 to present. Do the past hour.
Yep. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
When was Joe Rogan special?
Probably right around then.
Mm-hmm.
Either that one. What's that other spike? There it is.
But that's just a search term. That's not how often it was used.
no.
No, it's just
That's
how-
just how many people that are like, "What's that mean?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's just Googling that? Just going, I wonder what this is
You
going
know
to
what's
come
funny
up
though?
with.
There's only like 100 people per day
Oh, yeah.
on all of the internet around. Like, you know what I mean? Like those are very low numbers.
I bet you won't try the N word.
Oh Jesus!
I bet you won't do it.
You know what? You win that bet.
Hey, scroll down. Interest by sub-region. Here we go. Delaware has no idea.
There's not a lot of people.
West Virginia, you're very familiar with that term.
No, they're not. What's this mean? Oh shit!
The tracks for DC.
Related queries.
Wow.
What?
What is that number 2?
Yeah, I like that one.
Well, how is Pope Francis a related topic on that? What the shit, man?
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, Google.
Who's
Okay.
Jaron Duran?
Google it.
I probably know a little bit about him.
Oh, it's the Red Sox player.
Oh, he
used-
said it.
who
That's right.
used this term.
Oh, so there was a
Yeah.
couple people who didn't know what he was talking about.
I bet you they typed in his name and then that word. Mikey, you remember that, right?
Oh
Yep.
yeah. We
Yep.
got caught in a hot mic.
Yep.
Yep.
And then got suspended for 2 games and then broke the record for jersey sales in
Yeah.
the history
Yep.
of the Red Sox.
Yep.
And then got welcomed back after his suspension to a standing
Yep.
ovation. And I was like, that's
Oh,
the
dude.
most Boston
You gotta
shit
love
ever.
Red
I was like,
Sox
yeah, that's Beantown, bro. Like, yeah. You know, it's weird because Boston's a very, very liberal city,
Very.
and you wouldn't think, but it's like
It's one of those like
nitty gritty, hardcore, fucking like they're like I don't know. It's a different kind of demographic, man.
It really is. And outside of like downtown Boston, where it's very diverse,
Yeah.
outside of that, like people are fucking assholes in Massachusetts.
Well,
that's why that's where masshole comes from.
It's such a segregated area.
That word
like,
it's synonymous with a comma with people up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that was like, it kind of got brushed under the rug. Like, oh, we're not supposed to say that anymore. And then he came out and did that on a hot mic and everyone was just like, we're back.
Have you met my friend? Yeah.
Yeah, between Joe Rogan and this guy, they were like, we got our word back.
I mean, well, here's the thing. Like, I don't even think I know a single gay person who gets offended by that term.
Well, it's
okay. Now
it's how you use it.
Here's a better question.
Because I don't,
Mikey, here's a better question. Would you use that term derogatorily against somebody in that community?
because just for them, it depends on what they were doing. Are they being an asshole? Then yes.
But there's so much.
Are they getting their toenails painted?
But there's so many other ways for me to. There's so many other ways for me to express what I'm trying to express in a way that they can understand it. Where that isn't going to make anything understood, and essentially the conversation stops right then.
Yeah.
But if I say it with you,
Because he's your straight friend.
It
means so much more.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's funnier.
For sure.
It's way funnier. Yeah. No, like I'm with you. I wouldn't use it as a derogatory term because someone was gay. But that's never how I've used it.
No.
It's always been like Louis C.K. has
Straight guys doing really gay stuff. That's when you use it.
Yeah.
Louis C.K. has a great bit about it where he's like, I don't call you a fag because you're gay. I call you a fag because you do faggy things. Like you say things. The example he uses is the perfect example, and it's like people from Phoenix are called Phoenicians. It's like you're so fucking gay. Like it has nothing to do with what hole you like,
Right.
You know,
That's
it's just like
gay and faggot is its own thing. Homosexual is
that's them,
that's them. That's that thing, right?
and that's fine.
And I'm going to leave that one alone. But I want gay and faggot for my straight friends.
Yeah,
You have
right?
to let me have this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't not be able to say this.
My buddy Luke and I don't think we've called each other by our actual names. It's always just been faggot.
Yeah.
It's like I could call him right now on speakerphone, and I would bet folding money one of the first words out of his mouth would be hey, followed by faggot.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like always been like that. I don't know. Yeah. We're gonna get canceled. This is it.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is the hill.
Cheers, boys. It's been a run.
We weren't even drunk.
I know, right?
That's why we're going to get canceled.
I know, right? They're like, they weren't even under the influence this time. You know what? Words are just things. Who cares?
Yeah. Who cares?
Well, Justin, how do you handle people that you don't like?
And most of the time I just do my best to just avoid them at all cost.
Yeah.
I actually had last weekend I went to a birthday party for some friends, and one of the new boyfriends was there, and the couple of guys that are my wife's friends' husbands and such are like military guys. And so we're sitting there, and it got brought up that like a couple of us are Army guys and one was an Air Force. And he was like, oh yeah, I always wanted to join the military. I just had that urge to kill people. And immediately all three
The
of
Air
us.
Force guy said that?
No. The guy that wasn't in the military.
Oh, yeah.
And so all three of us just shut down, and we all just found excuses to get away. And it was, I'm like, I look to just cut conversations immediately and just be like, I'm trying to be nice here. Like, I just don't fucking talk to me. I just look for an excuse not to have a conversation with someone.
Yeah, it was a fucking,
it would have been, I was hoping.
What a fag.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah. I was hoping it was going to be like I would have joined, but I had asthma or something. Cause I'm like, I'm used to that one. Like, I fucking, all right, I can get past that one. But he said that shit, and I was just like, ooh, no, we're done here.
Yeah, F that guy.
Yeah.
What a
But-
weird thing to say.
Very weird thing to say, but
That's weird.
yeah. But other than that, yeah, I look to shut down conversations as quick as possible
Yeah.
and just be like, I'm not giving you an avenue to further a conversation because I think I'm a fucking laid back dude. I can talk to just about anyone.
Yeah. I think the same thing.
Like I don't have but as soon as someone gives me that, like, oh, you're just a piece of shit, or you have nothing to offer me, I'm like,
I believe the
fuck it,
kids
I'm out.
these days call that an ick.
Yeah,
It's an
that
ick.
is
That's
a
an ick.
term nowadays.
Yeah.
But
Which is actually a good question. Like, do you have an ick? It's a good question. Like, what's the thing that just makes you fucking go, "Ugh," you know?
Pedophiles and rapists.
Yeah, pedos are definitely, that's an ick. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. If you're graping children, there's a problem. Yeah, that's an ick.
Oh,
But-
yeah. That's an obvious one.
Yeah. But like, what's a less obvious? What's one that's specific to you? Like,
I have one.
I think right now, at my favorite bar that I could drive away from anybody at, a gun conversation got brought up, and I'm just like, yeah, we're done. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I looked at Michelle. I'm like, hey, let's go for a ride.
Yep.
You know, like, so it must be an ick for me now,
yeah.
because it wasn't going to be an educated conversation.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'll have a gun conversation with somebody that is well versed in it.
or that's willing to listen, or that's not the know-it-all, or you know what I mean? It's just like,
But the guy that's trying to explain me something,
yeah,
I'm like, dude, I don't want to.
which is fine. I'm always down for people explaining to me something,
Yeah.
but they better not be bullshitting me, because I will know.
But that's the thing. It's like, there's not many things that, I mean, I'm not trying to say that I am the most knowledgeable person when it comes to firearms, right? But how a firearm works is essentially a system.
Yeah.
And they all pretty much work in a very similar system. There's small changes about how semi-autos and full autos and
Sure.
different design work stuff, but a gun is a gun. Like certain things have to happen in order for it to function.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're reinventing the wheel. It's not like, oh, well, you know, have you heard about blood such and such and so and they're doing blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't fucking care. I don't.
And I think it's just because we were so burned out on it, because there was definitely a time I did care, but now,
Well, it used to be your livelihood, buddy.
well, before then is when I cared.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
but okay.
What
Like,
baffles me is I've like seeing people that will ask you guys opinions on things, and then you give the opinion, and then they argue
Yeah.
like while and I'm like,
it's like you asked for my opinion.
yeah, like that shit.
You want a
fucking-
debate or an opinion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, I gave you an answer.
Like, dude,
Well,
you're
the-
not going to change my mind. Random dude in a bar.
The thing that I hate the most is, well, I read on the internet. It's like, oh, but no, we're done. That we just ended the conversation.
What you were about to say an ick, Justin? What was it?
Oh, I ran into it only a couple times, but people that will say things and immediately laugh, even when it's not like a joke or anything. It's like a trigger for them. That shit drives me fucking insane.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm guilty of that.
Y'all do that as like when you say a joke. I'm talking about people that will like just like give information and then like this weird like trigger laugh, like they're trying to fill something, and I'm like,
Kamala's?
yeah, similar to that.
That's how I don't deal with people I don't like. I just don't vote for them.
You don't have to scream your opinion on the internet though, Mikey.
There's only two genders.
Yeah.
Mental illness.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I guarantee you, I have icks.
Well, everybody does.
Sure.
But it's like, do we just want to turn this into what we don't like episode?
Well, it's like, what they call icks, we used to call pet peeves, right? Like that was like a thing. Like,
Okay, so now that you bring up pet peeves, I have a lot more I can talk about.
see, that's the same thing.
You know what I
That's
mean?
kind of
Like one of my pet peeves is people that chew with their mouth open.
okay, yeah, that's
Fucking,
an ick.
like,
That's a
I can't
that's a
stand-
solid ick. Dude. Yeah, that bugs the shit out of everybody. Yeah, yeah, I don't like.
but if you tell me
smacking
what are your icks, I don't fucking
people who like
Well, pet
smack
peeves,
their
I got
gum,
those.
like people who are like,
Yep.
It's like, fuck you, man.
There's a guy that used to, Facebook memories. There's a guy who used to come in a bar I worked at in Arizona. And it got to the point, no, this is in Boston, actually. It got to the point where I did a Facebook post about this guy because it was like, I'm about to murder this dude.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
People who talk to people with their eyes closed, like they're smug and they know everything.
Yeah.
You find this a lot of in hipsters circles where they talk about IPAs. Where they're like, or they'll be like, you should see their first stuff. Or they're talking about a band or something.
Right.
People who close their eyes when they talk, like they're, I will fucking staple your goddamn eyelids shut. Like you don't.
It reminds
to
me
use
of
them
that
anymore.
that Bill Burr scene when he's talking to the chick making him a coffee. Oh, tell me you guys have seen this.
The Bill Burr scene?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
No.
I
Is
might
it
need more
From a
information.
TV show?
Yeah, from a TV show he was on.
Are you talking about Loudermilk?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not Bill Burr.
Oh,
but
yeah. You're right.
Because that's a great scene.
That's a great scene.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes of that. That series is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's where he like holds the door open for the lady, and then she gets in front of him in line, and he's like, no, that's not how I was being nice and held the door open.
Yeah.
You don't get to cut in
Right.
line now.
There's that one, and then I think the scene you're talking about is when he's talking to the barista.
Yeah.
When she was like, room for cream, and he's like, totally leave room for cream. And she's like, why are you talking like that? He goes, why are you talking like that? This is my voice. That's no one's fucking voice. That's a voice that fucking rich people use to fucking sound fucking better than everyone, and teenagers use to be fucking ironic and act like they don't give a shit. And since you work at a coffee shop, I know you're not the fucking rich one. And then at the end, she's like, you're a fucking dick, man. He's like, there you are. You're talking. Good job. It's a great scene. Yeah. I fucking love that.
What was I watching the other day? And it was like, do you want to hear? No, we were talking about it on the podcast, the last podcast. You actually brought it up
Which one?
about somebody's real voice. Have them say representative on a automated phone call.
Yeah. You want to see someone's real voice? Want to see how they really act? Wait till they ask to talk to a fucking operator. Yep, 100%. I saw a fucking thing this morning. It was like a guy waking up and he was like this, and he was just like, oh. And it said every gay dude reminding themselves that they have to use the accent all day. It's like, so a buddy of mine's an anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
And he told me, he's like, the gay accent's bullshit.
Of course.
And he's like, because when people come out of anesthesia, you hear their real voice. He goes, and I have never heard, I will have someone who is wildly, flamboyant going in, and they'll be like, what the fuck, bro, on the way out. He's like, fucking knew it, dude. Like, yeah, it's like, he's like, that's an act, and it's just them trying to fucking be effeminate, which is fine. I mean, you can do whatever you want, right? Like I've been accused of making my voice deeper. And I'm like, my voice doesn't sound the way it does to everybody else, to me. Like, I'm talking right now.
That's everybody. Right?
My voice doesn't sound really deep to me, right? But when I go back and listen to the show, I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it sounds like I've got 4-pound balls. Like, and I'm just all like, I sound like a fucking mongoloid. And I'm like, damn, dude. Like, I'm not, like, I don't feel like, so I didn't know that. But apparently that's the case with the gay accent, is what I'm told by a professional. So
Nice.
I bet you that is exhausting.
Like
As a gay person, just be like, fuck, dude, I got to put on this facade again. Because like you don't feel accepted by your community if you're yourself. It isn't that kind of like counter intuitive against everything. Like the whole thing's supposed to be about acceptance and and caring and love and fucking,
right.
compassion for each other, right? That's the whole pride thing, right? Yet, to be inclusive. But if you act like a straight man, they'll fucking shit on you, even though you're a gay dude. Yeah. From what I understand. Yeah. Like, I don't know. That seemed like all my gay friends always tell me, like, dude, gay people are the most judgmental fucking bitches on the planet. They judge more than anyone, dude. Like they can run their mouth in their woke fucking circles all they want, but that's what it is. That's the truth.
Do they give Catholics a run for their money?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because fucking, I'll admit it, we're the worst. Like the fucking most judgmental fucking cunts on the planet starts on Vatican Hill, dog, for sure. Yeah. It's between them and Baptists.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like you're all going to hell type of fucking folks. You know, like yeah, like that shit. I don't know. I also think that religions in general produce the biggest hypocrites to have ever lived.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
You know, and it's actually what Jesus was preaching against, and he created his own fucking monster. So, like, yeah.
So I got an interesting piece of current events.
Yeah.
So it says here, the United States said on Sunday it will send U.S. troops to Israel, along with an advanced U.S. anti-missile system and a highly unusual deployment meant to bolster the country's air defense following missile attacks by Iran.
Well, if we have troops on the ground and Iran sends a fucking spitball over that wall, that's game on. That's game on. Be like, no. Now you fired against Americans.
U.S. President Joe Biden said the move was meant, quote, to defend Israel, end quote, which is waning in expected retaliation against Iran after Tehran fired more than 180 missiles at Israel on October 1st.
And killed one guy. And it was a Palestinian dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm going to ask a question I've been asking for months. How close are we to World War III?
I mean, we're getting there, buddy.
Definitely closer if we're sending our guys over.
If we have troops on the deck and they fire a fucking spit wad.
So
That's what THAAD stands
So one THAAD battery is 6 vehicles with about 100 troops.
Okay. In March 22. Okay, so it's Lockheed Martin's missile defense integration for the Army. Okay. Well, now I want to find out. Has anybody looked at Nancy Pelosi's stock fucking trades this week? Because that'll tell you a lot.
I got an ad on Instagram this weekend that was a stock app. It was the one that tracks all the politicians trading and everything.
Dude,
And
you want to make money?
I was like, this is solid advertising right
Yeah.
here.
If you want to make money, that's how you do it. Because I don't know.
It's about to get spicy, boys.
What do you think?
I'd try not to.
And do you guys see all the shit going on with the UN peacekeepers in Lebanon and Israeli forces?
I did not.
Oh, it's great. Like there's another article in here that I guess the Israelis took a couple tanks and just went right through the main gate of the UN peacekeeping base. And they're just like, fuck you, bro. And then they're like the Israel's urging the UN to like pull all the UN peacekeepers out. And like they've had conflicts and it's just like, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, dude.
Like
don't
clearly
stand in the way.
you are not doing your job as a UN peacekeeper and all this shit's going on around you. Like just fucking go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better for everybody if you just fucking skedaddle.
It's just like, what the fuck? You're not doing your job. Your title is a UN peacekeeper.
What does that mean? That's the question, right? What does a UN peacekeeper actually
Israel's
do?
part of the UN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why are the UN peacekeepers anywhere close to being in Israel's way?
That's a good point.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's that fucking one world government bullshit, dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking NATO. Doesn't matter.
Nope.
Anyways, I say we stick a fork in this one.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Smash those buttons, do those things. Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your fucking mom's friends. Them hoes need to know. Dave's still looking for that butthole scarf, too. We haven't found it for him
It's
yet.
almost getting to that season.
It's almost. I think we start looking now.
It's still warm in Texas, but up north, you're getting there.
Yeah, it's almost butthole. It's almost ass eating season up there. It's still a little gamey down this way. I agree. Might be a little nutty. Yeah, man. 3 little things. Pretty easy to do. John,
Smoke on.
Scotty,
Ooh, drink on.
and God damn it, kids. Freedom to fuck on. Later. God, we're boring when we're sober.
I'm boring when I'm sober.
Are we all this? Are we this boring in life?
Fuck me.